What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's the start of Sorare NBA Season 3, so I thought, why not do a video showcasing some of the things I've been doing to get myself prepped for the start of it. Whether you're a new user or you're a user that's played it for however long, hopefully you'll find this video helpful. Let's get into it, shall we? Right then, so as I said, Season 3, we're in the third year now of the NBA product here on Sorare. So there's a lot of findings that we've had from 2 years worth that are experience. We can take that and we can move it into Season 3. But obviously there's some new things that are completely uncharted territory in terms of we've now got cash rewards as a split sort of new season format and a classic season format. So there's some ways I've been getting prepared for it, and I think ways that I think if you're joining the platform for the first time, I might be able to help you. To start that off, in fact, if you have been watching Sorare NBA sort of last year and you didn't dip your toe in, this is probably the best time to start. So I will leave my link in the description down below for you to sign up. As a partner with Sorare, it gives you the best sign-up offer possible. I think it includes $50 in market credits when you buy your first 5 at auction, which is imperative for how the new season structure is set out. Let's jump into it. Right then, so when you jump into Sorare at the minute, this is the screen that greets you. Chase glory, win cash cards, VIP experiences, tickets and more. Competitions that run daily, of course, because now we do have NBA daily hoops, I think is what they ended up going with. But we now have daily competitions, a bit like rivals on the football side and the soccer side, if you wasn't aware of it. You're ready to build your club, time to start your collection. So this will be the common stuff. We get new commons every single year. Card designs looking pretty nice, I've got to say. Select a star player. So if you're going to go down here, I assume we all have the same options. I'm not sure. For me, if you're picking this and you're going to ask me who you should pick, it's between a Luka, a Jokic, and a Wembanyama. I'm personally going to lean on Jokic just because I think he'll play one, the most games, and two, I don't have a pro Jokic card, so I'm going to go with the common stuff on Jokic. Pick a favorite team. This is an easy one for me. I'm going to go and pick the Philly 76ers. You know, we'll leave that for another video on if I should be picking these or not. I don't know if that's going to have any impact. Starter pack. This is a whole new experience, so we'll take this there. Paul George. Okay, so potentially that's looking like it. Yeah, okay, so there's some nice pieces there. Benedict Matherin's a nice one to have. So by the looks of it, starter pack's going to help you a lot in terms of who you're going to have for your cards. I'm not too mad at it, apart from the fact that Paul George just hyperextended his knee. But there's plenty of ways to go and get yourself set up with new common cards and win them down the season. So don't stress too much about that. Right, so this is daily hoops then. So dishing, dimes, pass the rock, assists are worth 2x points, and the prize pools will be for this. Star players in the common. So if you hit in the top 50%, you end up winning another common card. Just realize you can't see this. Top 50%, you're getting a common card. You get a star box from 15% onwards, which is pretty nice, actually. That's very nice. The market credits are always helpful because you can stack them up as well. But the fact that you can win the card essence in these is very big. If you come in the top 5%, 1% chance of 20 essence, 15, that's very nice for the daily hoop stuff. But I suspect that this sort of competition format and style will get bigger and bigger as the season goes on. So looking at daily hoops in a bit more in-depth here, they've got common, limited, rare, super rare, unique as daily hoops. I didn't think this is how it would be structured, but it is. The premise on this, though, is every single day, the cards that you have in your pro collection, whether it be limited, scarcity, rare, super rare, you can go on and play these every single day in the competitions that they have. So, for example, if I come in the top 10% on the limited side of things, I win a 3-star box, which gives me 0.5% chance at 10 rare essence, but a fairly solid chance at just picking up some essence each day. Same with the rare side of things, top 10%. You can get super rare essence, again, quite unlikely being 0.5%, but, you know, over the course of the season, you might hit it twice, 3 times, and it adds up. And then super rare essence, the super rare boxes, you do get unique essence, which is very interesting. But this is always imperative to go and play every day on the premise of just earning and stacking up your essence. The essence that we've got in here, similar system that they've got over on the soccer side, on the football side. You can't craft tier 5s on NBA. Now, on the football side of things, on the soccer side of things, you can do that. But the issue with that then comes down to the fact of there are a lot more cards on the football platform. On the NBA side, if you could craft the tier 5 ones, 9 times out of 10, you're only going to get them. And it's not great. But the fact that it's 450 for a tier 1, 500 on rare, 500 on limited, 500 on super rare, it's quite an interesting dynamic, and obviously the boxes that we have that come with them. This is all important because playing daily hoops and making sure that you've got lineups pretty much in as many competitions as you can. So if you can field a super rare and a limited and play it every day, it will help to stack up the essence. The essence then creates the new cards. And why are new cards so important? New cards are really important this year because now we have in-season and we have new season and classic competitions. Let me show you through these now. 24-25 season and classic. Now, I'll use rare as the example for this one. In the new season structure, you have underdog, contender, champion. Very similar to last year. But of course, you now have to play 4 in-season cards as shown here. The differences for this is now when you look at the prize pools in champion, there's $3,000 for winning it, $1,500 for coming second, $750 for third. And then it sprinkles down all the way down to 150th with $15. Contender side of things, you're getting $700 for a win there, $500 for second place, $250 for third. Limited side of things, which will be obviously be a bit more sort of, there's a lot more people playing involved with this. There's going to be a lot more competition, but even so, if you get a win in limited champion this year, you're picking up $1,200 and also a 5-star box. But the cash prize element is all in the 24-25 season, meaning that those new season cards that are being auctioned right now are really valuable because that's where you can then earn the money for them. How I've been preparing is obviously I'm recording this on the day where auctions are just starting. How I've been preparing is getting myself set up in the best way possible for Classic. What do I mean by that? So, Classic competitions, again, underdog, contender, champion is exactly the same format, but the prize pools are slightly different where there's no money involved. You can still win, obviously, you still win cards for this season. Now, if I'm looking at limited champion and I can get myself sort of inside that top 100 every week, you're looking at a solid tier 2, tier 1 card. You do better, you get star cards. These cards are the ones that are being available to win cash with. So obviously they're going to sell for more on the secondhand market. So if I can get myself in the best set possible to win these cards, it's better. And it's not just in the limited sense. I want to do it on the rare sense across all 3 competitions and eventually the super rare sense. So I've been getting my gallery set up in a manner where I can try and compete in super rare. But if not, at least try and get myself in the top 25% to start chipping away and earning super rare essence to be able to then craft a card. I think the shift has to come from the fact of we're not going to earn cards now that are worth sort of like $3-4, like $5 a time and be like, that's not great. If we just get boxes and over time you sort of accrue them and you build them up, you'll then be able to craft a reward that's probably worth more and easier to sell than a lot of the lower tier cards that you would have earned over time in a more frequent manner. That's how you need to think about it. How have I got myself ready to do this? I think one of the best ways you can, and it's simply put, I don't know what they're showing me a lot of these, obviously the new stuff here. Go and get yourself ready and set up on your collections. If you have collections of cards of players that are in your gallery that you want to use this year, make sure you're ticking off the milestones. So like, for example, on my Dallas Mavericks set from last year, I've got the 500 plus collector score. So I have the 5% bonus. I don't have every card that's in there. But if I then go ahead and play my Luka Doncic, for example, I have the max bonus that I have on him. So it's a level 12. It's a level 12 card with 6% and a collection bonus of 5%. There's going to be people out there with a higher level, but I'm putting myself in the best position possible. This will also help for the sort of mid-range cards. Like if I'm playing a Derek Lively one week, I have an 8% Derek Lively. Not everyone will. So that will help you in those classic competitions to no end. Right then, the next thing that I think is important to know is obviously if you are a new user, I would be targeting the new season cards. Now, don't get me wrong, the prices on the new season cards are going to be extremely expensive. As you can see, sort of Jokic was going for around the £91 mark, first one that's gone for 230. And that's because these cards are giving you the best chance to win the cash. And also because if I just double check in limited, I think you need 4 of them to play. So you can't just roll out some of the old cards that you had and try and scoop this cash up. You do need good new season cards. So if you do go early, obviously you're paying the higher price of the sort of the graph for these cards, but you're in a space and a scope to go ahead and try and win serious, like good money for the first few weeks. As in, Rare Champion has $1,200, Contender's got $400. So if you think about it in that sense of that, if you're aiming for that top 100, you're getting $15 every week. You can chip away at the cost of that Jokic each week whilst building up its XP. That when new season competitions come, like the IST, like the chases that they did on MLB, it'll be really beneficial to you throughout the long run. So that's how you can think of it in that manner of going in on the auctions and playing for cash that way. Or alternatively, you can do the other approach of going through manager sales and going and buying classic season cards to then win the new season cards, because these classic cards will be at a discounted rate. Personally, I think if you're just coming onto the platform for the first time, I would be looking to be a little bit more shrewd and take some of the new auction cards and try and play in the new season competitions. I think that's how I would do it. I'm really interested to see how the prices shake down across limited rare and super rare this season. I think that it's very interesting how much money is in these new season competitions to see how these prices settle in comparison to the old season cards, because I think there will be a blend that comes across. But I think there's such an opportunity to get involved early on the new season platform, which we've not seen on the NBA side of things, and take charge of it, because especially when we have new competitions coming with the in-season tournament, which they'll probably do a special like competition for it, and other new season formats that they're going to do, having good new season cards is going to prove really valuable. And I think as well, when these auctions do tend to slow down after the initial sort of push to make sure people have them, they'll become pretty much really in demand, especially for when, if you're in those chases, you're in the back end of them and you need good cards. They're going to be hard to keep a hold of. So, I mean, they look pretty good as well. But that's what I'm saying. I think if you're new to the game, I would definitely be looking at getting involved in some of the new season auctions for sure. Right then, as well, another point is you actually have to build winning lineups. I think that's something that we tend to forget about when we end up talking about this. But building winning lineups and building competing lineups, especially this year with boxes, is pretty key. So you can go in here, you can see the matchups, you can see your L10s, you can pick your teams in this manner and go from it like that. But that doesn't always mean you're going to end up getting top rewards. And this year, with everything being set out as it is, I think it's imperative to get off the ground early. So what I ended up doing last year, I was using TopTier Projections to go and build my lineups in. And I can't speak highly enough of how easy this is and how helpful this is, especially with 2 deadlines a week on the NBA, with all the news that comes out of it. And also just trying to keep track of players' L10 ratings that fluctuate so much within the NBA game. Last year, TopTier Projections helped me out so much, not just from saving time, but also finding out other players that are going to be more beneficial for a particular game week that's coming to be played, and also just fits in with some of the guys that I already have in my roster in general. So I am going to be using TopTier Projections again for Season 3 because of just how good it was last year and helping me win so many rewards over the course of the season. Especially with more competitions than ever, having something like this for 2 game weeks, for 2 deadlines each game week will be really beneficial to me. I've also got a link that I can share with you guys down below that gives you a little bit off your sign-up purchase for TopTier Projections in the year, thanks to the guys over there. I'll leave that as well in the description down below if you do want to go ahead and get signed up. I can't speak highly enough of it. If you do play this game pretty religiously, something like this is a tool that can just help you no end every single time there's a deadline is amazing. So I'll leave that in the description down below if you want to go ahead and get signed up. So I just also wanted to show you what it looks like once you're in the optimizer itself and the projection. So every single time that you want to go ahead and build your lineups, whether it be for limited, rare, super rare, whatever, this is how I ended up using this last year, especially when I was in a pinch for time, which is amazing. So I can go into here, it loads up my entire roster that I have here, all my collections for it. And not only will it give me the projection of the player scoring that week, if I go onto my collection, it will show me the boost that they'll get with their projected score, and also the boost that I've got that we spoke about earlier with collection bonuses and rarity and scarcity bonuses. I can then go in here and search by common, limited, rare, super rare. So if I was going to rare and I want to build not just an in-season, but classic as well, if I want to build my classic champion lineup, I just hit run and it spits out 5 players that it believes come together at that 120 cap that will score me the best, points this week. And not only will this help in the sense of that I can then click save on that lineup, so I know that these 5 guys here are my classic champion. I can then run my classic contender, see that the 5 guys that they've got there for me, but because obviously I know that I've used Kyrie Irving, for example, in my champion, I can exclude him from it, click run, and it will spit out a different lineup that's optimized without Kyrie Irving. So then I didn't have to go out and buy someone new. These are then the 5 guys I should run for that week. The guys that run TopTier Projections update their projections, not daily, but very, very frequently, especially on days of locks. You'll get multiple sort of updates every couple of hours on the day of the lock. And it just helps no end. So if you are taking Sorare Season 3 seriously, I highly recommend joining TopTier Projections and just sort of giving you that peace of mind and that helpful aid over the course of the season. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. Like I said before, if you are thinking about signing up, I've left my link in the description down below. It gives you 10% off. It's pretty amazing. And then the last bit of preparation I will say is taking advantage of Double Up. Now, this is a promo that they run on the football side, on the soccer side of things, going into the start of this season. And pretty much what it means is if you're going ahead and buying new season cards between October the 15th to October the 31st, only in the limited or rare side, it isn't for super rare, unfortunately, you're going to get Essence on top of your purchases. So there's a 95% chance to win Essence. Every card purchase brings you closer to stronger cards. The higher quality the cards you buy, the more Essence you will receive. There's a little asterisk for that, just obviously for the legality reasons. I'm sure it jumps from sort of 1 or 2 if you're buying some scrub to 10 to 15 if you're buying one of the MVPs. I've got no idea. But also there's a 5% chance to win a free card, which is very nice because I did see in the football side people buying some MVP level guys and getting another MVP on top of it. So if you're going to do it, in this 2-week window, like I said before, getting in early, but also taking advantage of this promo is pretty good. I know it's obviously you're going back into the market for it, but there is a really good, strong sense of that you're getting involved in the in-season stuff early and you're taking advantage of not just getting Essence, but potentially another new season card on top of it. Because the quicker you can accumulate Essence as well, especially if you get up the ranks, you'll be able to craft them that can either help you when playing cards or sell them to go and buy someone that you actually want as well. So I think in terms of everything, I'm really excited for Sorare Season 3. These are little things that I've been doing to get myself prepped and ready, especially as well. I think the last other thing I just quickly want to mention, I think the common stuff is going to be an interesting sense as well this year, especially in Contender and Champion, because there are the opportunities to win cards, but I think it's more the boxes sense. If you can get a top 50 finish in common, which is nuts, there's rare Essence in common, and it's not out there. It's 1.5%, a 4.5% for 20, 10% chance of 15 Essence. If you're playing commons every week and just making sure that if you play every limited, every rare, every super rare, don't neglect the commons, because over time it will help and it'll give you a nice little bonus throughout the year. Just about going to wrap that one up there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really excited to get back involved for Sorare Season 3. I love the NBA on Sorare. I truly believe when it's at its best, the NBA product is the best side of Sorare. I really do. The streams are going to be back. They're going to be a bit more infrequent just because I'm really busy at the minute. But I can't wait to hang out with you all when there's a deadline stream that we've got and get back into it. Thank you very much for watching. If you are going to be playing Sorare this year as well, and you like these side of videos and the streams that we do, please drop me a sub down there and like the video. It would help out more than you could possibly imagine. Let me know what you've done to prepare yourself for Season 3 in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.